Mic check. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to be live for right now because didn't know when I was going to be able to. Alright. Looks like it's gonna start raining here in about 10 minutes. Start getting that heavy stuff. Here we go. Alright, I just updated my profile picture. Okay. Let me get. Actually. Okay. Max velocity. Okay. Alright, yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna start the actual coverage now. Let me pull Tornado HQ. And we are set. Alright. Okay. This one. Okay. So currently we are looking at 9 tornado warnings. One of them is in Illinois. It is a radar indicated tornado. Southeast of Watseka, south of Kankakee, west of Houston. We're looking right here at this tornado warning. Actually looks like we're gonna get some storms in Naperville. We do not have any confirmed tornadoes on the ground at this point. So for right now, the main threats are we have this rotation on this storm east of Urbana. This is really tight rotation. I doubt that we're going to see a tornado come out of this, though. And actually, I'm going to go here. Traffic. Can I go up there? And I want to send feedback. I want to go here. Bring this over to this side. Just have that sitting there for me. All right. So this is the tornado warning storm, or one of them. There are currently 9. There is very tight rotation. You can see this inflow slot right here. There's also a clear slot. It's not that big of a clear slot though. This could produce a tornado. I doubt that this would be the storm that is going to produce a tornado. If there was a storm to produce a tornado, I would say it's this one right here. You can see huge area of rotation with hook echo. You can see the inflow jet to the east. This is just crossing Highway 72, heading into Florence, Waterloo, Cherokee. This could produce a tornado. There are no tornadoes confirmed on the ground at this point. Another one that could produce is this one in Tennessee. We can see this looks like it is debris signatures now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it looks like there are some debris signatures in this storm. There is a huge hook echo on this storm, the giant inflow slot that's going to bring in all of that pressure. I don't know why my finger is numb right now. Yeah, this is going to be heading into Franklin, Nolensville, and then this storm down here, right over Summertown, does not look like it's going to do much, but there's a chance that this could produce a tornado, and there are still very high winds from 70 to 80 mile an hour winds in the center of this in Summertown, heading into Sandy Hook and Rockdale. So stay covered if you are there. This storm, I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, there's just this huge hook echo, the clear inflow slot, and I mean, this is just going to be a massive storm. Don't know if it's going to produce a tornado, but it does have. Okay, so this is the new radar scan. So it still has a tight area of rotation. Winds have dropped down to now 70 to 90 mile an hour winds towards the north of this storm. It's still heading into Nolensville. It's still having high winds, hail potentials from quarter size to quarter size to golf ball sized hail coming from this storm here. That could cause damage to roofs, cars, windows, whatever there is. Now, this storm here does look like it is starting to come together. There's a small hook echo. This is now over Sandy Hook, Rockdale. If you're in Sandy Hook or Rockdale, take cover, stay covered, because that could produce a tornado at any minute. This storm south of the one that we were just looking at, it has a huge area of rotation here. There's no defined hook echo or inflow slot, which means that I doubt that we're going to see a tornado come out of this storm right here. There is still always a chance, though, with storms that have that much circulation and that much of a defined area of rotation. Back up to the storm in Illinois. Looks like no, there's still a tornado warning on this storm. It has died down significantly, though. There is still an area of rotation here and an area of rotation here, but that's about it for these storms. They could recycle, then they'd be heading into northeastern Indiana, into the South Bend area, the Portage area. Look here, better shot. So yeah, there's still a huge hook echo on the storm in Tennessee. So their tornado, they're warning this storm actually, and they're gonna expire this because while there is a hook echo, it's also going into other storms down south, and there's an area of rotation, but really all of this has no rotation, and this probably isn't going to produce anything. I bet that they just warned this for high winds, hail damage, all of that. This down here still looks like we're in Tennessee. Yes. This still has a huge area of rotation, still no defined hook slot or hook echo, still no defined inflow. But this could be the beginning of a hook echo with a inflow jet right here. I doubt it though. This is just one big area of rotation. Could produce a tornado, probably won't. Okay. I don't know why that did that. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Let me go back to here. Um. Jesus Christ! I don't know why I did that. Currently, there are no tornadoes on the ground. All right. So with this new radar scan, we are looking at a little bit of a hook echo with a inflow jet. Don't know how long that's gonna stay. It does look like I don't even know why I'm wearing headphones. Um, this looks like it could produce a tornado with the inflow jet right there. This storm right here, it has a well-defined inflow jet with a hook echo. I would not be surprised to see this drop a tornado in the next like 10-15 minutes. These storms over here don't really see what they're looking at. Um, it could be this area of rotation. It could be this area of rotation. I don't know. Let me see. Looking right here. And still no confirmed tornadoes on the ground. This does look like it's becoming a little bit more compact, and it could start producing. There's really no defined hook echo, unless they're looking at this here with the inflow jet. But I mean that doesn't look as well as something like this storm with a huge hook echo here. Huge hook echo with an inflow jet coming in from the east. There is a low pressure system. Let me see. Ooh. It should be right here. There's a low pressure system. I want to see if I can get on the. Here we go. So yeah, here's our jet stream that we're looking at. This is what's continuing to push these storms. Um, there's a really high 100 mile an hour jet flow coming in from the east actually, which is weird because normally we see it coming from the south. This is coming from the south, and then it flips over east and then comes back up north, continuing on. But right here, oh my god. Um, right here you can see there's an area here with over 100 mile an hour winds. Um, just over. Shoot, I don't know. I'm not good with states. Here, right here, and then right here. That's Louisiana. That's all I can tell you. Let me go back. Still have no confirmed tornadoes on the ground. Let's see if I can. Only been live for 20 minutes. I want to refresh this and see if it brings me. Okay, yeah. So right here, this is bringing me to today. I want to look at this storm right here. This looks to be in Tennessee. Marginal severe. It's really just these storms, this line of storms here, and then coming up here into Illinois and Wisconsin. These are all going to move over Lake Michigan, maybe pick some up, and then head into Michigan. Yeah, this storm right here does not have a good defined hook echo, but it does have very strong rotation with winds up to 90 miles an hour, maybe even higher at this point. On this storm near Florence, heading right into Florence, over Tuscumbia, east of Cherokee, over Woodland. That's a big storm that could produce a tornado. Still at 7 tornado warnings. No tornadoes on the ground. There is a chance that. Okay, so see, there's a tornado warning right here for no apparent reason. I don't know why. Because there's. Where is that? That's just northeast of. Let me find this. Yeah, they're looking at this storm right here, I think. Nashville, Tennessee, Clarksville, east of Clarksville. Yeah, there's nothing here. They have a tornado warning. So this tornado warning could be for this storm right here. Now there is a huge defined hook echo right here, large inflow jet, and this could produce a tornado at any moment, really. Yeah, New Johnsonsville, Eva, Waverly. Make sure that you are in your safe place. Yeah, still 0 viewers. There is a chance that I hop off and just give you max velocity just to watch, kind of that. Just so you can still get updates because there is a chance that I hop off, and there's what the hell just happened? Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Okay. I might just leave for a little bit. You if Noah comes back in here, I'm gonna make him. Okay. So looks like there are still a few storms acting up. Does not look like there was a confirmed tornado. That's what we were seeing in Max's video. There was a confirmed tornado earlier in the day, but there is not a current tornado on the ground. Um, I'm gonna look at it because I was there. Let's see here. Okay. Florence. I don't like that one. So they are still warning this storm. There isn't really a defined hook echo or an inflow slot unless they're looking at this here. Yeah, so this storm does seem to be losing power. Same with this storm south of Nashville. Off the storm over Florence, I mean that's still going strong. I mean it has this really well defined hook echo with a inflow draft going right into the center of it, and that could produce a tornado. It could right now if it wanted to. I don't think it will, but I mean just from the way that this inflow jet is moving right into the middle. You can see this is 80 to 90 mile an hour winds in the center of this storm. And let me see. So it does look like there is a few. That's in Iowa, right? Yeah. Okay. So looking at this storm in Illinois, we'll come back to Florence in a second. I just want to make sure that I'm covering this too, just because. Okay, so there's two areas of rotation for this storm. One of them has a well-defined hook echo to the east. Not really much of an inflow jet going into it, but this is right over Gifford, Penfield, heading into Rossville and Hoopeston. If you're in these areas, take cover. Just watch out. We're looking at high winds. Jesus. High winds really could be up to dime-sized hail, maybe golf ball even, quarter-sized hail. But for right now, it does not look like there is much happening in these storms in Illinois. Yeah, with this new radar scan, it looks like these storms are actually starting to decrease in power. Wouldn't be surprised to see them take off those warnings. This storm over Florence, I mean, it's still going hard. It has an even more defined hook echo now. Not as big of a clear, or not a clear slot, inflow jet. The inflow jet is not as strong, but this still has a well-defined hook echo with still 80 to 90 mile an hour winds in the middle of the storm, heading right into Florence, into Killen, Bailey Springs. I mean, anywhere. Let's see, anywhere in the. So this is Northeast Alabama in Florence. If you are in Northeast Alabama, I would take cover. There isn't a confirmed tornado, but there have been 4 tornadoes today in the last 3 to 4 hours that haven't been tornado warned, that have produced tornadoes. So if you are really in anywhere in Tennessee, mostly eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, if you're in eastern Illinois, let me see what this is. Lightning. Okay. These storms that are heading into our area do look like they're going to decrease. We're just going to get some rain, maybe some lightning, not much. Turn back on warnings. So, yeah, these storms here might actually merge together. They might end up merging together with this northeast-east wind. That could push these storms together to make a monster storm here in eastern Illinois heading into Indiana, and that could be a big problem, especially if those two do come together. That would be a monster storm. There's one here. That's Florence. So in southeastern Tennessee, northeast of Mount Pleasant, we're looking at right over Columbia, a storm that it doesn't have that much of a rotation. It's just high winds right in the center of this. Yeah, okay. The high winds, 90 miles an hour, east of Columbia, Beech Grove, Union Grove, Match, even up to Lanton should take cover just to be safe during these storms. Now they have tornado warned another storm to the west of this one in Florence. I'm gonna guess that they meant to warn this storm here because it has a very clear defined hook echo with an inflow slot, an inflow. Yeah, so this storm in Florence does look like it is getting stronger. Still have that defined hook echo with the inflow draft. And while it's still not going in the middle, that is pushing these storms to get that rotation that they need to have the potential to produce a tornado. east of the Mars. Yo, what's up, bro? That was a minute ago. Yeah. So I'm still acting up. Yeah, it looks like these storms are gonna end up losing power as they hit us specifically. Let me zoom out. Head into right here. Yeah, I mean these storms. We might get like tail end of this down south in Kankakee. This could move up northeast. We can just get the tail end of it, but I'm not expecting any tornadoes for my area tonight. Gaming 3 team type shit. Let me see. Get back on pivotal. Trying my best to look at chat more today because I know that last night or the night before I wasn't looking that much. Yeah, so it looks like there are still no confirmed tornadoes on the ground. Do not know at all how this works. Gaming 3 team, can you just let me know if you can hear me? Because I don't know if my mic's working. I'm not getting the... Or whoever's in my stream. Can you just let me know if my mic's working? Dude, I'm starving. Might take that as a no, my mic is not... Oh, don't have any viewers, that's why. Alright, well, don't have any viewers, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go on break until... I am going to go on break. Do not know how to turn off my webcam, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put you on Max Velocity's live stream. And I'm just going to find out if I can get my... Somebody is saying that there's a severe tornado heading towards Houston. All right, I am going to head out. Go probably eat some food. Be back later. All right, there we go.
So thank you, Diane, for the super chat. The latest radar scan still showing strong rotation here. That's a 513.
Find out.
There's still no tornado, believe it or not. I don't think we have a debris signature yet, but it is still very strong rotation. Just off to the northwest of Clarksville, and it's currently tracking towards St. Bethlehem. But it could be on the ground at literally any time.
That might be just what I have to do. Put like a post-it note on it.
Still have a tornado warning down here to the south of Nashville. This is east of Columbia. Still have a lowering bottom middle of your screen on this storm. It's going to be coming up on Chapel Hill over the next few minutes.
You know what? I'm just going to...
So seek shelter again if you're in Chapel Hill. Back over in Murfreesboro, we still have a large hailstorm here. It's still warned for baseball-sized hail. Actually, look at this. We have a bunch of hail reports coming out. Back over in Thompson Station, just north of Spring Hill, there are multiple reports now coming in of 3-inch sized hail. This is back over to the south of Nashville. Multiple photos coming in of 3-inch sized hail. We actually showed you guys a photo of likely 3-inch sized hail earlier as well. And this is also measured by a National Weather Service employee of 3-inch sized hail. So this is still a destructive hailstorm. Assuming we have a hail core, which I don't see as much of a hail core anymore, but the hail would be located right here near Highway 24, coming up into Florence on the north side of Murfreesboro. So we are still talking about a destructive hailstorm here that is continuing to